Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is William Hyman, your host, and this is Just Force 911, where we look at how our public officials do their job, or they just really screw it up. Hey guys, how you doing today? Today's story comes from Don Andre Investigations. Go over there, check him out. Tell him I sent you guys over there. Hit his subscribe, his like, and his share so you help his algorithms. And while you're here, do me a favor. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 2,700 subscribers. We're trying to get to 3,000. So if you can, hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up, thumbs down says how I do for you. Leave me a comment because I love reading the comments and I'm the only one that does it. So I get to read them and I really do enjoy them. The subscriber that left all the information about the Supreme Courts, unfortunately, I couldn't put the whole thing on my front page for some reason, but I did put part of it. Thank you. That was cool, man. It was exactly what we needed to put up there. A lot of good information. Hit the like and share so you help my algorithms. And if you hit the bell icon, you know when I put out a new video, which is almost every single day. This one today is, I watched it twice, and I've tried to record this thing 4 times. We're going to try it again. This will be the 5th time I've tried this because I get to the point where I'm screaming into the microphone and turning purple from rage. Okay? This is another waiting for my dad after work while black. I am so sick and tired of these ignorant cops that unfortunately are white cops screwing with these black kids. Leave them alone. Follow the law, you scumbag piece of dirt. Okay? Now, I'm starting to get hot again. I can feel it. Need to relax a little bit, take a deep breath, because this just pisses me off to no end. Young man gets off work, standing there waiting for his dad to pick him up, moves down 2 doors so he's under an awning so he doesn't get wet because it's raining outside. This jerk-off, low-life scumbag cop comes up and talks to him, which is not a problem, and then insists on his ID. He goes, I don't have to show you ID. I gave you my name. Well, he arrests the kid, takes him to the ground, excessive force, basically beats him up, putting his elbow and his arm on his neck and crap like that. And all because, well, all you had to do is give me your ID. No, dickhead, he didn't have to. He wasn't under arrest. You're a moron. A scumbag moron. That's it, flat simple. And you know the worst part is? The city settled for $265,000. Taxpayer money. Why didn't it come out of your pension fund? You're the scumbag that did it. And the rest of the scumbags around you that, oh, yeah, good job, man. Yeah, take him to the ground. Rest his ass. Yeah, he deserved it because he didn't give you ID. Didn't have to, jerk off. It's cops like you that make it bad for everybody else because you're a scumbag. And you know what? I can only imagine what your chief is like if he allows scumbags like you to roam the streets. What do you think you're keeping safe? Well, the stores were closed. Yeah? No kidding, pal. He told you that. I'm waiting for my dad. How do we know that? It's on the video. Oh. Well, you're a black man. Yeah, so what? Actually, not a young man. And you have to be an asshole. Well, congratulations, scumbag. You did it. You're an asshole. And I'll call it for what it is. You are a low-life scumbag dirtball. As an officer. Hey, jerk off, in case you didn't know, you're a public servant, bitch. Public servant. You're there to serve the public. Black, white, brown, yellow, doesn't matter. You're there to serve the public, not cost us money. Congratulations, douchebag. Well, this one's a lot less violent than the last four. Let's get on with the video and we'll see if I can keep my mouth closed. I don't think I can, but I'll try my best. Here we go. Also, by the way, Andre has a deal in here where he tells you, Don Andre tells you about a system that they have. You can go check out. The information should be down below in the comment section, the information section. And you can go to his channel and you can find out if you cannot find anybody at all to help you out when your rights have been violated. He has a way to take you through step by step how to do this. Okay? I suggest you get a lawyer, but if you can't find one, and it does happen, because these lawyers don't want to go up against the cops, because then they'll pick on them. These cops are out of control. And they're slowly being brought back into the fray where they're supposed to be. So anyway, let's get on with this.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Boom, perfect timing.
Here's the scumbag, by the way. Says wall of shame should be wall of scumbags. And by the way, everybody, the information is blocked out. Will be at the end so you can read it.
"18-year-old Logan Davis had just got off from work at Firehouse Subs. Davis stood outside in his work uniform, waiting for a ride home.
Now, his work uniform.
While waiting outside, Officer Jeremy Wallerman of the Sterling Heights Police Department arrived on scene. Davis would give the officer his name and a reason for being there. He explained to the officer that he had just finished work while still in uniform and was waiting for his ride home. But the officer persisted in trying to make Davis show ID after Davis refused. In the dashcam video, you see the officer slamming Davis to the ground, placing him in a chokehold, placing his forearm and elbow in his throat, and finally placing Davis under arrest. During my investigation, I was able to get in contact with David Robinson. He was the attorney representing Logan Davis in the lawsuit. He agreed to an interview and gave a lot of insight into the backstory of this incident.
David Robinson, been an attorney for about 35 years, former police officer with the city of Detroit, did it for about 13 years. I represented police officers, defending them when I was a cop with the city, taught the police officers in the academy. I am a board member of the National Police Accountability Project. I ran the gamut of what it is that a lawyer does in police misconduct. And I did write a book too. Logan was in his senior year of high school. He worked at Firehouse Subs in city of Sterling Heights. He'd gotten off of work. It was about 9:40 in the evening, and it was raining. And so he went 2 doors down to where there was an awning, to wait. He had called his father to come pick him up from work. He and his father lived in Sterling Heights for a number of years. Well, as he was waiting there under the awning out of the rain, the police officer, apparently on patrol, and from a distance saw him, didn't surveil him for long, made a U-turn, pulled up in the parking lot, and accosted him on the basis of the stores were closed. All right. It was on that basis alone that this officer felt that he had some sort of legal right or responsibility to investigate Logan. And so Logan being the astute young man that he is, with good parents and good upbringing, and tendered his name, his first name, to the officer in response to the officer's request, "What is your name?" I don't even think it was obligated to do that, frankly. And the officer, of course, went into a contempt of cop mode, or contempt by cop mode, and demanded his identification, and then went into the excuse mode of, "You're resisting arrest because I'm trying to arrest you because you won't give me your name."
Absolutely.
Now, keep in mind, he hasn't done anything wrong. He doesn't have to give ID. He gave his name. He's in his work uniform, 2 stores down with no awning where he works. They just closed. He's waiting for his dad. And this clown has to be a bozo. Now, why isn't this cop, hang on. Sorry, I apologize. Why isn't this clown paying for this $265,000 coming out of this clown's pension fund? And then when all the rest of the cops get here, giving this clown escalades for arresting this young black man. What is wrong with you people? You not realize you're on video? Because the video doesn't lie. You can say whatever you want. I find it highly funny as hell when they get into court and the officer looks at the judge and goes, "Who are you going to believe, me or the video?" Well, considering you're a liar, I guess we'll go with the video. And then these other clowns, back him up. "Oh, good job, man. You arrested a young black man." For nothing. Absolutely nothing. Except for waiting a ride from his father while black. Again. How many black men and women and white young men and women have to die by these clowns before we say enough is enough? How much more is it going to take? Why isn't this clown in blue behind bars where he belongs?
Do you have the paper that says that?
There's a city ordinance that says you will. Actually, I'm dispatch. I'll be out with the subject in front of JP's barbecue, Band Act 16.
And a city ordinance don't mean crap. Your 4th and 14th Amendment says you don't have to show this clown papers. We're not in Nazi Germany. This isn't the Gestapo. This isn't the Third Reich. I am so sick and tired of this. I sit here every single day harping about this same crap every single day. When is enough, people? When?
So, hey, I'm telling you right now, when I request that you identify yourself, I have a lawful reason to stop you. You have to identify yourself. Because you're standing in front of a closed business and you're loitering.
How am I loading? I just got off loitering.
How am I supposed to verify that, brother?
His work uniform, 2 doors down, it's raining, he's standing out of the rain. Now, I realize that these clowns in blue have an IQ of less than 15. I get that. And one of my subscribers says, well, as long as they can color inside the lines, they get the job. My 2-year-old can do inside the lines. You think I'm going to give him a gun and let him go out? No, absolutely not. But this public servant gets a gun and harass and arrests and physically abuses a black young man over nothing except that he's black. Absolutely revolting.
Okay, well now let me see your ID.
You don't need my ID.
Okay, I'm telling you I want your ID.
You don't need it though.
Well, turn around, put your hands behind your back, because you're not identifying yourself. Turn around.
That's illegal.
No, it's not. Turn around.
That's illegal.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hand behind your back. Now you're resisting arrest.
And that is illegal.
Now, Put your hand behind your back.
What is the reason?
Put your
What is your reason?
Put your hand
What is your
behind.
reason?
And it's not resisting arrest because you have no right to arrest him in the first place. Now, why isn't this clown in prison or in jail where he belongs? The cop.
Because I want.
Because you crybaby bootlickers out there, oh, they have such a hard job. Well, not according to OSHA. According to OSHA, they're not even in the top 50.
Your ID.
Well, okay. So now let's talk about the constitutional rights that Logan has and what constitutionally is required of any police officer under those circumstances. Under a seminal case of Terry versus Ohio, it's been around for a long, long time. If a police officer has reasonable suspicion that a crime had been committed, is being committed, or about to be committed, then a police officer has a right to stop and frisk an individual. Now, the rub in that whole thing is that the police officer cannot make up any sort of crime. He's got to be able to articulate that there was a crime committed, had been committed, being committed, or about to be committed. Those three things. Well, there was no police run to the scene. Some citizens saying there's a suspicious character out in front of Firehouse Subs.
So no one had called. No one had called, is what you're saying.
No one called, right. And in the report that the officer wrote after the fact, again, he does not articulate anything other than the fact that the businesses are closed. Well, that isn't a sufficient reason that invokes Terry versus Ohio, because a police officer has to be justified in any interaction that he or she takes with a citizen. It has to be legally justified. So there has to be a lawful reason, for any engagement or any action between the police and a citizen. Okay, and then the police officer has to be able to articulate exactly what that justification is. So that was lacking.
Hey, put your hands behind your back.
What is your name? What is your name?
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands. It's Officer Wallman. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands. I'm asking for your ID. That's all you had to do.
Okay, right there. He was asking for his ID. Asking, people. I'm asking you for it. He has a right as an American citizen to say no. You get the point?
You don't need it.
Yes, I do.
Get off of my phone, sir.
Put your hands behind your back.
Sir.
Put your Put your hands behind your back.
Officer.
Put your hands behind your back.
Do not need my ID.
I asked you for your ID.
You have no lawful reason.
Yes, I do.
No lawful reason to arrest
Put your hands behind your back.
You have no lawful reason to arrest me.
Yes, I do.
No, you do not. No, you do not.
Yes, I do.
You do not.
All you had to do was identify yourself. That's
I
it.
just got off the
And I
road.
asked you for your last name.
You do not need it. There is no reason. There is no reason for you to be doing this.
Put your hands
No
behind your
reason for you to be doing this. I'm not with you. Yes, you do not.
Okay, now I got another question for you. You got other units rolling in hot now because this cloud called for backup. It's wet outside. It's been raining. The roads are slippery. How many other people were put in danger because of this low-life scumbag cop?
All you had to do. Get your hand out. Get your hand out. I told you to get me your ID. That's all you had to do. Get your hand out. That's all I asked. You can show your ID.
Hey guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button. I'm excited to announce the launch of our brand new course, Section 1983 Civil Rights Litigation, a Pro Se Guide, created by Luis Sanchez and myself. If you've been the victim of civil rights violations, you know just how difficult it can be to find a lawyer who'll take your case. Why? Because many attorneys either don't have the time, the resources, or the incentive to take on these battles. So you're left with two choices: give up or fight back on your own. I'm here to tell you, you can fight back, and you don't need a lawyer to do it. In this course, we break down the entire process of filing a civil rights lawsuit without an attorney. You'll get step-by-step guidance, real-world strategies, templates, and tools to file your case with confidence. We've been through it ourselves. Combined, Luis and I have successfully navigated 3 civil rights lawsuits. Now we're sharing everything we've learned with you, from gathering evidence to drafting motions. We'll show you how to fight for your rights, even when the system is stacked against you. For just $199, you'll have all the resources you need to take control of your case and go after justice on your terms. The time to act is now. Don't let the system keep you down. Check the link in the description, and let's get started. Now, back to the investigation.
So he winds up arresting Logan, not listening to Logan's statement to him that my dad is on the way to come pick me up, ignoring all of that. Cop calling for assistance. The cops come. Logan is recording with his phone. Okay, this police officer, as soon as the cop pulls up. Why is he doing that? Because of all the assaults and murders that occurred with African-American young men and women at the hands of these marauding police officers. So now break it down for a second here now, okay? It's like, what could the cop have done differently that, would have resolved this situation without resorting to, this cop being contemptuous of this young black man that was, challenging his so-called authority? Well, number one, the cop is trying to make the reasoning that he thought, because the businesses were closed and it's dark outside, that Logan must be up to something. Okay, there wasn't any sign or symptom other than what was in the imagination of this white police officer, to want to investigate this young black man simply because, he essentially is a black man in front of a closed store at night, 9:40 at night. That's all it took. Then why would, if Logan is about to commit a crime, why would he be recording the police officer? I mean, so this is stuff that just doesn't compute to this cop at the time. Number two, Logan says, I'm waiting on my dad. So it doesn't compute to the cop. Okay, well, let me get some credence to that. Let me wait a couple of minutes, because guess what? His dad showed up. So this was no more than a case of waiting for your dad to pick you up from work while black. That's the bottom line.
I am recording you.
That's fine. That's fine. All you had to do was give me your ID.
Stand up.
That's it.
You do not need my ID.
That's all you had to do.
My property is right there.
That's fine.
You do not need my ID. There's no reason
Over here.
to handcuff me and arrest me. This is unlawful.
Okay, here's what I tried to explain to you. All you had to do was show me your ID.
You had no reason to stop me. I was not doing anything wrong.
You were standing in front of a closed business,
That I just
and
got
I
off
stopped
that
to
I
investigate you, and I asked you for your
You
ID.
do not need my ID.
Didn't have to go this way, bro.
You didn't have.
It didn't have to go this way. All you had to do was give me your ID. That's it.
You're right. It didn't have to go this way. You, officer, were wrong. We know this because the city paid out $265,000 because you were wrong. Why didn't it come out of your pension fund? Now you see why I was so upset and it took 5 times to get this video done? The officer was wrong.
That's all you had to do.
You did not need my ID. There's no reason for you to get my ID.
Didn't have to go this way. All you had to do was give me your ID.
You did not.
You don't understand, you stupid moron. How can police be this ignorant? It's almost impossible. But this clown did it, and the bozos around him backed him up.
Not need my ID. Where's my phone?
Did you get that back?
Where's my phone? No, I didn't. I got this one here.
Anything else on you, bud?
About 10 minutes, my dad would have been here. I would have been there.
Yep, and all you had to do was give me your ID and I would have been gone too.
Did we
And you would've
double
gone-
lock him?
I didn't do it.
Why am I being arrested? Where's my property?
For disorderly conduct.
What disorderly conduct did I
Yep.
do?
Because I asked you for your ID and you didn't provide
You
it.
did not need my ID.
Have a seat.
You did not need my
$265,000 taxpayer money instead of this jerk off's pension fund.
ID.
It didn't have to go this way, bro.
You did not need my ID. I just told you I got off.
Put your knees down.
I just told you. Where's my phone?
So he's here at Dickie's, right? All these businesses are closed. I go up to him. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Oh, I just got off firework at Firehouse. Okay, you got ID on you? I just want to write your name down. You don't need my ID. Starts fucking getting into my shit. I'm like, bro, you give me your ID and I'm on my way. Won't give me his ID. I'm like, all right, we'll turn on. You're under arrest. Man, it was fucking on.
Okay. There's at least loitering at the front.
Yeah.
To start out with.
So let the puppy get stuck in his ass.
Well, dude, fucking. If I had a door popper, you probably would have. Yeah.
And you hear these other cops agreeing with him? Oh, well, you also get him for loitering. What a bunch of scumbags, all of them. Scumbags in blue. Congratulations. $265,000.
He's halfway through the front thing. Jesus, dude. Like, all I just needed was his ID and I would have been on my way. That's all I needed.
Did he actually work here or no? Did you check?
Yeah, well, then he's like, after that, he's like, he's showing me his shirt.
Well, you don't get to start fighting and then decide to... What's he saying he works there?
Firehouse. But I don't know that. All these businesses are closed.
Yeah, absolutely.
He didn't want to give me his ID. Identify himself.
That good?
Yeah. Didn't have to go this way.
Okay. I'm just glad you're good. That's friggin' matters.
He's a big kid.
That's all that matters is you're okay? A scumbag officer? That's your concern? You just put a young man's life in jeopardy and you're okay. Wow, what a scumbag piece of dirt. Both of these clowns.
Yeah, he's a hefty dude, so. Cool.
Yeah, your son.
What for?
Because he was standing over here.
He worked right
Well,
here.
listen. I'll explain it to you. Okay? So all these businesses are closed.
Right.
Listen. Okay? So I see him standing over here at all these closed businesses. So I pull up and I want to talk to him just to make sure he's good to go. All right? And I say, hey man, that's okay. That's cool. I just need your ID so I can write your name down that I talked to you. And then he starts getting
Why do you
ballistic
need to talk to him?
because all these businesses are closed, sir.
When did he get belligerent? I didn't hear that in the recording. Oh, but we're supposed to believe an officer who's a lying scumbag.
He works right here.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so why is he arrested?
Because he fought with me when I tried to get his
What do
ID
you
from
mean
him.
he fought with you?
So you can pick him up from our station.
What do you mean he fought with you?
He fought with
He
me.
resisted?
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Because
Okay,
I all
first of all,
listen.
okay.
No,
no,
sir.
no, ain't no listen. Listen. All I'm saying is he works right here.
I understand.
Why would y'all arrest him if he works right here? Why would you approach him?
Because I didn't know that. How do I know that he works there? How do I know that?
Work uniform? Hello? I'm waiting for my dad? Hello? 2 doors down, standing out of the rain? Hello? What kind of a moron can't figure this out? A 3-year-old can figure this out.
Okay, so he just so you just walking around. You know what? And the bad part about it, I say, you know what? We've been living out here 17 years. Never had problem with Sterling Heights Police.
Right.
Sterling Heights Police pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then we go through this crap.
Well, let me explain something to you.
Because
no,
he's young.
no, let me
because
talk.
he's a young guy,
No, let me talk to you.
because he's a young
No,
guy,
let me
right?
talk. Let me talk. Okay? Here's the deal. Okay? If your business was right here,
Here's the deal? Dude, there is no deal. You're a goddamn moron.
and your business was closed, and somebody listen, if your business was closed, would you want me to stop and talk to him just to see what was going on?
No, because he's
Okay.
a person.
I see what's going on. All right, take it. Absolutely, 150%.
Where you taking?
Sterling Heights Police Department.
Oh, well, I heard.
Yeah. So he's standing here. All these businesses are closed. So I drive by.
Where's this guy's business? All the way down there?
No. So he's standing over here. All these businesses are closed. Every single one.
Yeah.
So I go, hey man, what's going on? He's like, oh, I work at Firehouse. I'm like, oh, okay. You just waiting for your dad or something? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Well, I just need your ID so I can get out of here. I identified you and I can send you on your way. I'm not giving you my ID. And it was on from there. All right. Fair enough. So I didn't know he fucking worked there.
Yeah, other than him saying, oh no, I work here.
Yeah, for sure.
He didn't identify the He didn't be like, hey, show you a shirt or nothing. Just
no, just wouldn't even show me his ID. That's all he had to do.
Fair enough.
So.
And then they wrote him a ticket, arrested him for loitering and for resisting and obstructing a police officer in the performance of his duty. Those are all those catch-alls and fallback positions of police officers they pull out of their, hat every time they need an excuse after arresting somebody. All right, so all of that stuff got dismissed. Mom and dad met with the chief of police. Everything was dismissed. Now, the interesting thing is that they knew they were wrong because on the order of stipulating to return his property and dismiss all the charges, they include a paragraph that, oh yeah, by signing this, you waive your right to sue us. Well, again, Logan and his mom and dad are astute enough to say, I'm not signing that. Of course, scratched it out.
Logan Davis was charged with loitering and resisting arrest. Following the arrest, Logan Davis was granted bond and an investigation was launched. Upon review, it was determined Davis was an employee of another business located at the other end of the plaza. Upon that discovery, Police Chief Dale Dajigowski recommended all charges be dropped. The officer involved, Jeremy Walleman, was disciplined for failure to use his microphone at the beginning of the encounter and was ordered to complete de-escalation training. The family of Logan Davis filed a lawsuit against the department and the officer involved in federal court. The family alleged racial bias playing a factor in Davis's unlawful arrest. Quote, individual defendant subsequently placed plaintiff under arrest, slammed plaintiff to the ground, placed plaintiff in a chokehold, and placed his forearm and elbow on plaintiff's throat, all of which constituted illegal and excessive force and was based on plaintiff's race, end quote. In September 2023, nearly 4.5 years after Logan Davis was wrongfully arrested, the Sterling Heights City Council agreed to a $265,000 settlement.
All right, guys. So now it's illegal to be standing after work waiting for your father while black. Great. Now, when do we get down to the problem, which is the cops that don't know their job? All he had to do is give me ID. He didn't have to, dumbass. And you should have known this. And that's why they paid out $265,000 of taxpayer money instead of your pension fund, where it should have come from. Because you screwed up. Guys, remember, always record the police. Always. They're not your friends. Okay? That being said, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Sorry I was a little hyperactive in this one. This just pisses me off when I see this every single time. Guys, have a good day. Enjoy and be safe.